This is... Oh my God. Okay.
Hello?
So this message is for Rich Lex. I have some exclusive Shane Dawson tea that I want to reveal to you on camera only, girl. Can you fly out to me? Okay, bye.
Okay, I just made it out here to Shane Dawson's #1 fan house. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. So I'm glad. So I'm here to record.
Yes.
It's okay if I record?
Of course.
Okay. So this is your pad?
Yes, this is my place.
Hi, this is me right here. Hi, we're here. Okay, so what is this place?
So this is Long Neck Manor. We have
Oh,
giraffes.
wow.
Look, they're coming up to the camera.
This is, oh my gosh, the giraffes are so cute. So I was thinking, oh wow, it's gonna eat me.
Oh, look, look,
this is an encounter. Oh my God, what Pokemon is that?
Little Miss Betty White. That's Little Miss Betty White.
Betty White. This is really nice. So I was thinking we could film here, and then we can set up like a ring light, and then we can start the video. Because I do have some Shane Dawson tea.
Real tea.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
What's up guys? It's Rich Lux. I'm back out again for some more Drama of the House. I have a special guest here with me today. Van Luke is here. Yes.
Hey.
And if the setup looks a little different, we're at
Long Neck Manor.
Yes, so Long Neck Manor. We're gonna get into the drama. I know y'all clicked for the Shane Dawson tea. We're gonna get there. Let me warm up, girl. And Long Neck Manor is a place where you get to feed giraffes. You're basically, your hotel room has a window and you get to see giraffes outside your hotel room. And it's located in Frederickson, Texas. Not sponsored, although we should be. And this guy, I feel like it's a really cool place. It's either this, there's one here, and there's one in Africa. So this is like the closest thing to feeding giraffes, rhinoceroses, there's cows, there's like a whole bunch of other animals roaming about, but it's really cool. It's almost like a wilderness law. It's like Disney, but more private, more exclusive, and more animals here, if you ask me. Anyways, so hopefully you saw some of that. If you have any questions about it, put the link down below. Van Luke, comment in the comment section and see if you see any comments like that. Okay,
I will.
So Van Luke's here for this video because it's talking about Shane Dawson. Now, I believe that Van Luke is one of Shane Dawson's biggest fans.
Yeah.
Okay, and so am I. But you actually talked to him before in the
Yeah.
past, and like you
through DMs.
won like a mystery box, or you won
Well, no,
something.
I was trying to bid on something.
Yeah.
And because it was like the autographed whole collection or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, before
Okay.
he was canceled the first time or the third time
or the
seventh
fifth time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so
I've been canceled. Let me see. I'm one more cancellation away from being YouTube famous, girl.
Wow.
I'm like 9 times. Yeah,
we need
we're
to think
almost
of
there.
a way to
We're
get
almost
you
there.
canceled
Yeah.
then.
We're almost there. Okay, so you bid on something, you won.
No, so this was the tea.
Okay, here
So
we go.
yeah,
Exclusive.
there's some exclusive tea. So I was bidding, and then I guess their system didn't have like a regulation to authentic bids.
Yeah.
So I had bid, and I was the highest bidder, and then somebody came in, and it was like fake because it was like $999 million dollars or whatever. And so then Shane was messaging me and was like, "Is your bid real? Because there's some fake bids." And I was like, "No, my bid is totally real."
Yes, was you shook when he messaged you?
Yes, I started crying.
Oh.
I started crying. I was like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
And mind you, because this was the first or second or the 10th time that he had got before he had gotten canceled, and so I was just there crying, and I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you messaged me!" And then I was like, "Yes, it's real. I'll send you whatever proof I need or whatever." And so he was like, "Okay." So then he said, "I'm gonna let them know and then see who wins the bid." Well, somebody bid a little bit more than me, and so they won.
Okay.
And he was like, "I'm so sorry," but it was kind of messed up. But I don't blame him. Whoever was running it was a little bit, weird because they didn't say that it was supposed to be till the next day, and then they stopped it after that happened.
Okay.
So they didn't even give me a chance to be able to bid anymore or whatever.
Because you would have outbid them probably.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say what he did for me, but he did do something, and I was shook, and I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
But he told me not to tell nobody.
Something nice.
Yes, something
Yeah,
very
he made
nice.
it special
It was
for you.
very, very sweet.
Special.
Yeah.
Okay, so not only is she the #1 Shane Dawson fan, but I will say this, because you have a lot of opinions about Shane Dawson, because it's been 2 years since he dropped the conspiracy palette with Jeffree Star. And we're gonna talk a lot about that in this video. Was it a cash grab and stuff like that? Thank you so much, darling.
Sorry.
But not only is she a huge Shane Dawson fan, she's a huge Louis Vuitton fan. So I wanna show off some of her prized possessions. So one of them are the glasses.
Oh yeah.
These glasses are the Cyclops. But can you zoom a little bit? There's like a Swarovski crystal right in the middle. These glasses are like the hottest thing at Louis Vuitton right now. They cannot keep them in stock. They're so cool.
Really?
Every time I go, like I would buy them. However, it's one shield and I want to prescribe, and they can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm practically blind. I need glasses, girl.
Girl, so do I. See?
Oh, but you can't get those prescribed because they're just like one shield. If there was a thing down the middle, then you could, yeah.
Why?
So then, what do you mean why?
Oh, because if you have one eye that's different or more crooked than the other or something. Oh, okay, that's what.
Crooked. Okay, like the eyelash. Okay, and then her other thing is I want to show off this. Oh my God, this jacket is so freaking rare. Like, it's a piece to talk about if you're a fan of Louis Vuitton. It reminds me of Takashi Murakami. You probably don't even know what that is,
I
bro.
don't. I'm like shook. Like
she's
that sounds so fancy.
She's the type of customer that just goes and buys. Like, oh, this cute, I buy it. I feel like
if I fall in love with it,
if it looks cute, you buy it.
Yeah, then I'm like, oh, I love that.
Okay.
You know, like, and so then, but I'm not gonna. Who goes and shops and looks at something that they don't like or fall in love with?
No, what I'm saying is that like you buy it because you like it.
Oh
but
yeah,
you don't know like the name of the jacket, the name of the bag, the year it came out, the inspiration, the designer behind it, like that.
You do, and and that's what I admire.
So this jacket is the new collection. It's fairly new, but it draws inspiration from Takashi Murakami 2005 Louis Vuitton. Do you remember back in 2005, Louis Vuitton had like their regular bags that had a rainbow all over it? Do you remember that? You don't even the multicolor?
Girl, in 2005, I wasn't Louis Vuitton purchase ready at all.
I was dead broke 2005, but I was like reading the magazines and I knew all about it.
Yeah, no,
I have to show you guys.
that.
I have to show you guys just to like keep you up on the because I care about it so much because it's my favorite collection of all time.
See,
it's not existent no more. Like it's not like you can't even get it no more. You have to buy like resale or whatever.
Wow. See, I got into Louis Vuitton like later in the game, so I don't even know, like, you know. But when I heard like the craftsmanship that goes into it and the way that they like the stitching and it's all even.
You see there was a rainbow.
Oh, I do remember those.
Yeah,
I do remember
these.
those.
Okay, so these are the multicolor Takashi Murakami, and so you see this is a rainbow. And if you hold this one up, you can kind of see. Look at the rainbow all over it. You see the rainbow?
Oh,
see how this like looks like that?
And it even has the little
yeah.
What are these called? Emblem thingamajiggers.
No, I mean they're totally different like patterns and colors and stuff or whatever. But it just really reminded me of my favorite collection in 2005. So the fact that this even exists, I'm just like, what?
Like an homage.
To that. Yeah. So this jacket is beautiful. It's everything. And then if you weren't gagging over the glasses or the jacket, get ready to gag over the bag, girl. This is the petite malle.
Yes.
And this is it right here. This is a hard-sided trunk. And it looks white on camera, but it's really like a soft pink.
Maybe it looks a little bit soft pink on there. But it's not,
it's really cute. It's really cute.
Way more pinker.
Louis Vuitton, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God, basically is what this is.
Right? I know. And we were supposed to be talking about Shane Dawson.
Okay, we're gonna get to Shane Dawson at 7 minutes in the video.
Oh my God.
Okay, welcome to Shane Dawson drama. Okay, so the question that we had, I don't wanna, it's so expensive, girl. Okay, so the question we had was, 2 years ago, Shane Dawson did a collaboration with this amazing palette by Jeffree Star called the Conspiracy Palette. I did a review of that palette. It got over 1 million views. Okay?
Wow.
Okay, unheard of, right?
Yeah.
And I was one of the few people to get that palette.
Wow.
And there wasn't that many people who got it. And I was so shook. Thank you for watching Jeffree Shane for sending it to me. Like, whoa.
Wow.
So a lot of people were saying, oh, this is a cash grab, this is a cash grab. And you remember Shane Dawson was playing with makeup, he was trying makeup on, and he was like, I think I might start a second channel where I play with this stuff, and it just never happened. And so on top of people saying it was a cash grab, that we never really see him play with makeup after that. And then here we are, 2 years later.
He threw it out. He threw a lot out, remember? You don't remember? Girl,
help me remember.
Okay, so remember that I'm over here hitting you.
I know.
Pulling an Amber Turd over here. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, Johnny.
It's okay. I'll just take it back.
That's horrible. We're acting like Trisha Paytas right now, doing a reenactment Amber Turd.
Moses, bring me my Louis Vuitton.
And your water?
In my
You forgot your water.
In my water with the pH balance of 8.5 or higher. Conspiracy collection.
Oh,
I think
no.
he might have kept that.
Yeah.
He kept the conspiracy collection. But as for all the PR and all the makeup, remember?
Yeah.
He probably threw that away.
That's
too.
probably what it
Probably
was, and people probably made it into
Yeah,
something more than what
because
it was.
I think a lot of people were really expecting him to get into the beauty world.
Yeah.
And dip his toe into it even more and start doing reviews. And I think maybe he felt self-conscious about it. And I always said, there's a market for people like Shane Dawson who's like, I'm just gonna review it. I don't really know much about it. I'm just gonna see if it works. Does the thing work or not? That's what matters. Like, you don't have to be professional to know if something works, girl.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, does it work? Does it do what it's gonna do? You know, and half the time, a lot of these products, they say what they're gonna do, and it works just fine, but then it's so expensive. It's like, I can do
Yeah,
this,
that's
you know?
true.
It's almost like, they're always like, I don't know, it's so interesting. But with all that to say this, 2 years have passed. He hasn't played with his own conspiracy palette. We haven't seen any makeup looks on him. And so the question brought up, so then does that mean it was a cash grab? Van Luke said, I'll put a link down below if you want to check out her own YouTube channel. You had said no, that you can, okay, I'll let you speak on this.
Okay.
Right, here we go.
Okay,
This is good.
and before
This is good.
anybody starts pressing the thumbs down or whatever, this is my opinion. Y'all don't gotta agree with it. This is just what I think, my conspiracy, allegedly, all that jazz, okay? So, no, I told Rich I don't think that it was a cash grab, and let me tell you why. Because I feel like, remember, Shane Dawson did the behind the scenes video of the beauty world, remember? Because he was doing before he even got into the makeup, he was already doing the life of Jeffree Star, remember? That's the one where everybody said, oh, he gave Jeffree the redemption arc and, you know, yada, yada, yada. That one. So he was already up in the tea, right? And if you know me, and if we know you, and we know Shane Dawson, he's gonna wanna know all the tea. You're gonna ask questions, right? I know I would, I know you would. So he was all up in the biz. And then he got into the makeup stuff when they did the whole conspiracy thing, and everybody was on board. That was the shit. Everybody was going to see that and singing the music song and all that. Anyways, so he got to see all the behind the scenes stuff.
Get ready, here we go.
Because
here we go.
He was amongst
Here's the kicker.
the full drama-geddon.
She's going in.
And he saw everything behind the scenes with Tati, all the James Charles stuff, the Jeffree Star, and even when Tati was over there, and I seem to remember that Tati was alleging that she was gonna sue Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. And what happened to that?
Yeah.
Because we didn't even see none of that. All that we saw was her go at her ex-partner and then without a crystal ball. And that was it.
Yeah.
I think that those were diversions for her to think like, oh, if they see a lawsuit, they'll forget about the one that I said about Shane and Jeffree. Because I done went and watched the video back, and she did make it seem like she was saying she was gonna sue them. So,
okay, so it's, okay, go ahead, I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
so I think that Shane saw all of that, and he was like, you know what, Tati, you a shady hoe. You're shady over there. This one's shady. They all shady. I don't want nothing to do with it.
So, okay.
And he got shook, and he was like, I'm done.
So Shane Dawson, according to what you're saying, had intentions of being in the beauty world, playing with makeup, doing reviews, trying it on more and more and more. But what he found out is that it's just a circus.
Yes.
It was way too much drama.
Yep, too much drama.
In the beauty world, and I want out of it.
Yes, because I think, this is what I think. I think that there's way more behind the scenes than what even you and I know about.
Yeah.
Girl, I wouldn't even put it past people for there to be like threats and all kinds of other crazy stuff.
And let's talk about why, right? Let me fix this eyelash, girl. I think the reason why is because there's so much money involved. No, you're gonna make it worse.
No,
you're
I'm
always
not-
make it worse,
I'm
girl.
sorry.
You're always
I'm trying to
fucking
help
us.
you.
I think there's so much money involved that
Yeah.
it ruins the industry.
And it's kind of like the mafia if you think about it. Like once you, remember, it all comes down to money and greed.
and sex. Just to
He
be
always
more.
has that in there.
Yeah.
But I always say that because
I think
it's
it does
true.
come out money because
and
like,
there's
just
a
think
lot
about it.
of money in
Just
that.
think about it. Let's say if you have a
sorry.
let's say you have a skincare brand or a makeup brand. Pick one. Skincare or makeup.
Makeup.
And I have a makeup brand. And we're both going to the same lab and we have the same formula.
Yep.
And the only thing different is gonna be my packaging can be different from your packaging. Maybe my scent be different from your scent. But then same colors. Same formula.
Same
And
formula.
we just gotta name it differently.
Just different
And
colors,
then-
different brands.
And then it's summertime, so you'll do a summer collection, and I'll do a summer collection, and then we put our spin on whatever campaign idea that is. Who ultimately ends up really winning, in my opinion, is who has the most money to influence and pay influencers to promote it and advertising dollars and things like that to kind of like have more people talk about it.
And not only that.
And not only that, PR to send out to so many people too.
True. And not only that, about that, But they also, you got to think, there's probably, like, let's say that, for example, it came out in the Shane Dawson documentary, what I'm going to talk about. Remember, so Shane and Jeffree were there, and they were talking to one of the makeup things.
Lab tech.
Yeah, and then they were talking about, well, this one is going to release, James Charles is going to be releasing this, or Jaclyn Hill, whatever, who blocked me or whatever, is going to be releasing this. I'm never going to get over that. And so...
She'll never let it go.
I'll never let it go. Jaclyn Hill blocked me. And it wasn't even justified in my opinion, allegedly. So anywho, and so you got to think, the tea gets leaked, and then whoever's better friends with the people at the lab or whatever, then they're going to get more of the inside scoop. They're going to get, girl, we're going to drop this new fragrance. You better come out and start it first. And then they start competing.
See, that stuff like that, they're not supposed to be doing that.
No, but girl, it happens.
I guess,
because of money. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
And so it all depends on, and then you got to know, and I'm sure that you know, or you got to think that if people play dirty behind the scenes, which I know that they will when there's money involved.
Oh, yeah.
When there's going to be like threats, there's going to be things that are going on behind the scenes, it's going to get ugly.
They look up stuff from your past and bring it up, stuff like that. And then like the public doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
So I think that Shane Dawson, I don't have no proof. I think that Shane Dawson was like, this beauty industry is vicious.
Yeah.
Like, it is crazy. And it wasn't always like that.
No.
And I remember when I was in high school and in college, it was all about MAC. MAC Cosmetics was like the it thing. And then what happened was smaller brands, independent brands, started to contact manufacturers like, hey, I want to do my own brand, maybe a limited amount. And then slowly but surely, the floodgates open, and now everyone has a brand, like a makeup brand.
Yeah.
You just gotta have, some money, a little bit of money behind it, and you don't need to have 75,000 units. You can order small quantities and then say you sold out or something.
Yeah.
And I think,
and that's part of the shadiness too. Because remember, they would say that they sold out, and then girl, they didn't even sell out, because then it takes a long time, and then they 2 days later would have more.
I feel like the makeup bubble popped. I think it popped, and I think that, get ready, I think I might spill some knowledge here. I think that anytime there's something good, so I think the makeup industry was really good.
Yeah.
I think that humans tend to just ruin everything, girl.
Yeah, it's in our nature, sadly.
It's like you have something good and you exploit it, and it becomes about money and greed, and it's like not enough to have one makeup brand. You want another makeup brand, like a smaller one, and then have another one. You start buying people out, and it becomes like a monopoly, and who has the biggest D on the table, and they just whip out, and we tend to ruin things.
Yeah.
I really do, and I don't think it's one person. I think it's collectively everyone just trying to get a piece of the pie. Yeah. And people start fighting. Yeah. Yeah, I do think that Jeffree Star helped a lot of people in the sense of like, this is where you go to get your makeup if you want it done. This is how much you need to put down, and this is how you kind of do it. But just have your own vision and ideas, and just because he showed them doesn't mean that they're going to be as successful as him. True. Very and that's true, the thing, because I think one of the reasons why Jeffree Star was so successful in the makeup world is because he was controversial, he was edgy, he was very popular, and it was just everything hit at that right time. And he already had his MySpace following, which was huge. It was just huge, international following, right? And everything was just hit at the right time. If Jeffree Star was to come out with, let's say Jeffree Star Cosmetics never existed, if he came out with it right now, would it be as successful as what it was, or is? Sorry, as it is. It's almost interesting because I feel like the window of opportunity closes on some markets. That's interesting. Yeah. I just think about that. Well, okay. So in all honesty, okay, I'll put it this way: if Shane Dawson, if I were to finally review the conspiracy palette today for the first time, I don't think I'll get 1 million views. No, because so much already been done so many times. Yeah. Well, I think also is like, and you bring up a good point, because like, okay, Jeffree and everything, would he have been able to launch and then be as successful? Girl, I don't think he would have been. If it was like today. Because it's all about timing. No, not only that, but also I think that now the woke culture is so like big on like, oh, okay, when they see somebody who's coming up, they're like, oh, this person's coming up? Well, let's see if they have anything going on in their past and if they're worthy of the come up. That's how I feel that people look at things. Okay. And so they would have easily looked into his past, because now everybody does it. For every business, for every little mom and pop store or whatever, they look into it, even if it's a mom and pop, and they look at their Facebook, and if they've got some shady stuff, they want to cancel them. So I don't think that he would have been able to if it was this day and age, like right now. Interesting. Because
if you look at it, before all of his freaking releases were sold out, you couldn't get them like in a few seconds. And now
the market becomes saturated.
Yeah.
It really does too. Like you said, now you couldn't get them back then. It was sold like crazy.
Yeah.
Now a lot of stuff is still for sale. But same thing with Kylie Cosmetics, it's still there. Her stuff doesn't sell out either. And then Kim Kardashian stuff. I mean, her makeup, and then, oh my God, so many makeup brands are closing. You don't even, I don't feel like you're
Since COVID?
Since COVID, oh my God.
Wow.
BH Cosmetics are getting sold, Becca Cosmetics, like, there's just so
Becca
much.
Cosmetics, I love I used to use their concealer all the time. I loved
and there's so many more, like, makeup brands that are like, okay, we're gonna close shop. Makeup Geek was one of them too.
Oh, I saw that, Makeup Geek,
Yes, there's so many brands are like closing because I feel like there's too much competition. It's not what it used to be. And I feel like the bubble popped. I feel like the bubble popped on NFTs. The bubble popped on cryptocurrencies. I think the bubble popped on GameStop. Like, just stuff like that. You have these windows that you need to strike with an iron hot. And if you wait, that window closes.
It's like a trend.
It's like a trend. And I think that the Shane Dawson thing, it came at a very good time. And I think that I feel that it wasn't a trend. It's easy to say it was because looking how things ended up, you can say that it was. But I think that he ultimately just backed out of it because there was so much mess and drama.
That's what I think too.
But I will say this, only the strong survive. If you truly are passionate about something, you will really fight to keep it up.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do you think Jeffree will still be doing makeup, or you think he's only going to be selling Yakni?
No, if you think about it, he has Jeffree Star Pets, which is a...
Oh, that's true.
He has pets.
But do you think he's branching off because he wants to leave makeup?
No, I don't think,
or you think he's always going to
I think he loves makeup. He'll never leave it. He has a passion for it. But I do think he's like, okay, I see this declining. Let me take my eggs and put them in other baskets. Like Yakni, Jeffree Star Pets, Jeffree Star Lounge. And you got realty and houses and stuff like that, cars and Birkin bags.
The distribution center.
Like stuff like that. Like, I just think he's like, okay, this was a moment. It did well. Now let's be a good entrepreneur and not just put everything in one basket.
So instead of a beauty guru, now he's a business guru.
Yeah. Oh. You know what? And I could see him doing those tours where he's like, you see my mansion? You see my cars? Buy my book. I'll teach you how, and come to my seminar, and
you can be a millionaire too.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
Why can I see that though?
And the thing is, when it comes to those seminars, Jeffree Star could give you the blueprint and you still will not make it successful. Because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
True.
And you can have all those checks done and you still won't be successful because you gotta have that it factor. You gotta have that something about you, and then timing too, that just makes you different from everybody else. Because again, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
So it's kind of luck too, if you think of it.
Oh my God.
A little bit of luck.
I always say that luck has a lot to do with it.
I think so too.
A lot.
Look at what happened today. Today, like, he's blessed by the luck gods because we went in, right?
Where, HEB?
At HEB.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Heb.
see, this is, and he tells me stories like this all the time, and I'm like, what a blessing. So we went into HEB, and he was gonna buy a little protein drink. He did the little shopping video. You can watch it on his other channel.
Bridge Duck Shopping.
There you go.
Okay.
And so watch it over there. So we went over there, and then he got the protein shake. He was like, okay, I'm gonna get this. You want anything? I was like, no, girl, you're good. So then he went, he was gonna pay for it.
With Apple Pay.
Yeah, we both only had our phones, so we only had Apple Pay. And then he goes, you take Apple Pay? And the girl goes, no, we do, but it's broken. And he goes, then I can't buy it then. She goes, don't worry, I got you. And she puts her card in and buys his drink. Like, who does that? What a blessing. And I was like, Rich.
I know. Thank you so much for that. You know who you are.
Yeah, you can insert the little clip right here that you did shouting out her Instagram.
Oh okay, you guys, she bought this for me.
Hi.
Thank you. What's your Instagram? Put it right here.
It has a custard in it. That veg AYI.
Okay.
Yes.
You see her, guys. Okay. Thank you so much.
So
Thank
nice.
You.
That is
nice.
so sweet.
Nice. Bye.
It just, how do we, luck. Oh,
luck.
Because, okay, let's
luck.
just say everyone's at a race. Okay, here's start and here's finish. And everyone in this competition has been working out, eating right, studying, preparing, sacrifices that they made, and you shoot the gun and everyone's running. And as you go, here's the finish line, people are gonna fall, they're gonna slip, then life gets in the way.
Sprain an ankle.
Spraining an ankle, falling down. Maybe it's financial, maybe it's family, maybe it's having a pregnancy, maybe it's relationship, maybe it's job or work. All that starts playing a factor, and then you have like the one person who made it. It doesn't mean that this person who won was any better than those other people because they all worked hard collectively, but that person had that luck.
I think that's true.
And I think that sometimes when you like, I noticed this too when I fly first class, everyone in first class is like, I belong here. I belong. I'm supposed to be here. I'm first class, right? But really it's like, girl, you're just here because you had a little bit extra money to get here. It doesn't make you any better from anybody else in the back. It's luck plays a lot in life. So to dumb it down even more, I feel like you're very successful and you're very blessed, okay? But not because of who you are right here, right now. You're very successful and blessed because you were born in America, went to a decent school. You were born with 2 legs. You can see, you can walk. Like you didn't have any disabilities coming out the womb. That already you're already winning. Yeah. You weren't born in a third country. You weren't born in a place where there's no food, there's no schools. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that. You already are at an advantage. Yes. So that right there was luck already. The cards that you were given from the beginning. Now, I mean, you still had it rough and you came from nothing and you built yourself. But,
like you.
Thank you. But you still, we had more advantages just being
that's true. We did.
Healthy. Yeah. That right there is like the luck. So when you do make it to be successful, you have to think to yourself, yes, I did work hard and I did sacrifice and I worked my ass off, but luck had a little bit to do with it too. It really did. So that humbles you to think like, I'm here because I'm a little lucky. I'm just here because I'm just a little bit more luckier than you. Yeah. Not any better, not any smarter, just a little more luckier. Yep. That's true. That's like, wow. And once you can figure that out, then you'll know to like this video, subscribe, leave a comment.
Press the little dingy thingy.
Press the little dingy thing on the bottom.
So that you get his notifications.
Yeah. But back to Shane Dawson, I do think that it was not a cash grab. I think that he was like, this is too much, I'm out. Oh, yeah. Whereas like, only the strong survive.
Because girl, remember when he was yelling at Tati on that live stream?
I remember that.
And he was like, epic. You're a liar! That was girl, crazy, we had never seen.
I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. This is so This is, oh my God. Okay. I'm live because I can't even process. I need a drink of water. I fucking can't process this. This is insane. This is insane. This is insane. This woman is a fucking, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to wait till as many people get in here as possible because I'm losing my mind. Keep playing it. Keep playing it.
I didn't know I was making a video. So how is it that so many editorial outlets knew that something was coming before I had...
Because you message drama channels! Oh my God. Oh my God.
I struggled with the decision
oh my
to
God.
film my video for days. The night before I did film, Jeffree sent me what he claimed was an audio file from an alleged victim and told me to listen to the pain in their voice. The audio was clearly a small portion of the conversation. It wasn't enough for me to contact the authorities. It was enough to scare me.
Well, then why would you make a video on the matter claiming these allegations?
Because she is a fucking... I can't. I don't want to say mean things about people. This is insane. This is insane. This person literally... Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Keep pressing play. I need to get through this video so I can fucking... Oh my God.
As a victim of abuse myself...
Oh my God. You are so manipulative.
To think of facing public...
You're fake crying. You are fake crying. You are fake crying. That is not real. Oh my God. 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 I was molested. I have been. Oh my God. That is not.
And I made no mention of it in my video.
Oh my God.
Get off.
The night before posting my video by sister,
oh my God,
I texted Shane sharing my concerns for James Charles, that he was out of the country on the high floor of a hotel and I was afraid.
And it was almost like if he was already at the brink of like just losing his shit because it was too much crazy. And it was probably so much. And girl, you already know that a lot of tea happened behind the scenes because he went to Tati's house. Where's the video? Yes, they filmed a video.
No.
Where's the video?
Oh yeah. Okay, well hold on. Allegedly they filmed the video. We never saw a clip, a trailer.
Well, she said.
But here's the thing. I can sit down with you, like I would come visit you, and I'm like, oh, let's take a picture together, and I post it. People might think that we shot a video. Doesn't mean that we did.
I thought she said that they did.
Well, she could kind of like
So then she lied. She's
not
lied.
not lied, but like kind of boost the channel. Oh, you know, did I shoot a video?
We might have filmed a video.
We might not. We
never
might
know.
have. Like, who knows? It could have been that. It could have been that. But maybe there is a video. But who knows?
Girl, can you imagine if that video gets leaked like
Girl,
a year down the line?
It's been so old, girl.
Wow. And then if Jeffree Star decides to come forward and say what he really meant about those tweets about James Charles,
I think that,
all
like,
that tea.
I think that Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson have a very good, interesting relationship. I think that Jeffree Star was like, you're my friend, you're not Tati's friend. You're my friend, you're not James' friend. Like you know what I'm saying?
So?
Like these people.
Do you think that's why him and Trisha Paytas started to get there was friction? Maybe he didn't like her.
We talked about that too off camera. That that Jeffree Star and Shane were getting very close.
No, they had been close, girl, before Jeffree.
But then Trisha was like,
thought you meant Trisha. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, but then Trisha was like feeling like the third wheel.
And she was used to being up front and center besties with Shane all the time. And that would make sense as to why she started doing all these little hissy fits. And then because if you think about it, and we've talked about this before, she's the one who put the final nails in Shane's coffin when he was getting canceled for the 50th time.
That was so shady because they named the pink color Trisha.
I know.
Remember?
And she even reviewed it and everything. And then what? And then a while later, she was canceling him.
I feel like she threw him under the bus for some views and clicks. Because if that friendship meant so much to her, she could have handled it off camera.
And that just shows how despicable she really is, because I truly do. But I try to see the positive in everybody, but I just can't with her. And so and girl, that's why she's just alone over there in her little mansion with Moses. And
that's the whole thing too.
Yeah,
and
it's you sold yourself out, girl.
It's interesting to watch how everything has fallen into its place 2 years later. Like some of these people don't even talk to each other anymore. Right. You don't really see Shane and Jeffree hanging out that much.
No, because they live all the way in different states.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I know they're friends, but I just thought I would expect them to be hanging out more.
Yeah, well, because
and they shoot videos together.
Yeah, they
like
started out.
But then I could see how oh well, girl, your brand is you're too controversial for me. We can be friends. But
I think Shane secretly likes that. I think I think Shane is fascinated by people and by people that are kind of unique, because Jeffree is very unique. Like, how many people do you see that are like Jeffree Star?
Yeah.
You really don't. Their personalities and everything. And same with Trisha Paytas.
Have you seen Shane Dawson's news podcast?
Yes, I have.
Here we go.
I love his brother.
But
Shane, if you're watching this, I love your brother. Please tell him that I love your brother.
I love your brother, but he needs to watch his mouth, because if he says something, the blogs are gonna twist it and they're gonna loop Shane Dawson into it, because it's Shane Dawson podcast. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't think about that.
The brother sits like this, girl. The brother sits like this.
He's chilling.
And he's just shooting the breeze, saying stuff that's right on the edge of controversial. But if he goes right over it, it's gonna be Shane Dawson's name in the videos.
Do you think that's why Shane did it with his brother?
Shane Dawson co-signed that? You know how they go.
Do you think that's why Shane did that with his brother? Because Shane ain't going to be able to say it, although he might think it. He ain't going to say it.
But even if...
So he got his brother
Even if his brother says it, it's still going to fall back on Shane. Because
that's true.
Because he's the bigger name.
That is
He's
true,
the one who gets the most clicks and views and stuff like that.
And when you up here, people are always going to be trying to bring you all the way down here.
Let's just say his brother makes a very negative comment about something, right? It's not going to be his brother's name. It's going to be Shane Dawson's brother. Shane Dawson podcast. Shane Dawson. It's going to be Shane Dawson's name.
Yeah, that's true.
And then people, because they have a short attention span, they're just going to see Shane Dawson in the drama again.
Yeah,
that's true. They're going to link him into it, even though he can clear his name and apologize. It's like, this podcast, I love it, but he needs to be careful. But at the same time, I do like Shane Dawson's attitude, where he's just like, I don't care, F them.
That's how he should. Didn't I say?
That's how he should be.
He should have been like that from the beginning.
You know who I think is like that? Ethan Klein.
Oh, girl, let's not even get into that whole conversation.
Ethan Klein is very much like, girl, I'm going to say what I want to say.
He's all, F you.
I don't care, F that, F this, whatever. And he just speaks, almost trying to rattle some cages.
Can I say? Okay, go ahead.
Because if I don't interrupt, because you're going to say, you interrupt Van Luke.
No.
If I don't interrupt her, I'm going to forget what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
What I do like about Ethan Klein is the same reason why I don't like Ethan Klein, is because he says some very controversial things, but I like him because he's not straddling the fence. He's not like, I don't know, guys.
Trying to play it safe.
He's literally like, this is my stance. I put my foot down. Love me or like me, or love me or hate me. And I like that because I don't like YouTubers who are like, well, I don't know, girl. What do you think? Girl, speak your mind. But like, put your foot down. And if people don't like that, at least you spoke your mind. Like, how can you be wrong if you speak from the heart?
And not only that, but we all as people have different opinions. And
that's what makes the YouTube
fun. And
imagine
your
if
opinion,
all the videos were the same.
Yeah, and your opinion ain't going to be the same as my opinion, but I'm not going to hate you for it. You know, you're still going to be my friend. Like,
just like
we
she
can all still
likes
be friends.
Mushrooms on pizza.
Oh, girl.
Okay.
I still can't believe that you did not like that. That was so
it
good.
was okay. It was okay,
That's
but
like
I
the
prefer
bomb
the
diggity
sausage.
dog.
I prefer sausage.
The
It's
bomb
kinda like that. If
diggity
everybody
dog.
liked the same pizza, the world would be so boring.
That is true.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I like about Ethan Klein is that whole thing. But do you think that Shane Dawson will put his foot back into makeup moving forward?
No, I don't think so.
I
I really don't. And he even subtly sells his merch. Like, he still does it, but you could tell when he's promoting it, like, he's kind of like he don't
Well, it's
wanna
always like
promote
this,
it.
like, hey, what's up, guys? So I just dropped some merch. I know it's like 4 o'clock in the morning right now, but check it out if you want. Okay.
No pressure.
No pressure. If you don't want to buy it, you don't have to, but it's there if you want to. Okay, bye. Like that, you know, no pressure. I love that.
No pressure.
I would just, if I was Shane, I'd be like, what's going on, everybody? I just dropped some fire-ass merch. Click it right now and buy it. Take your parents' credit card and buy my merch right now. Gang, gang, gang. Like that.
Rich canceled for encouraging young teenagers to steal their...
Ryland in the background, yeah, I need a new Gucci bag. Like,
I need some new Balenciaga Crocs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just hilarious. I would buy it. Like, I just like when it's real upfront like that.
And you know, the thing that, okay, so getting into what I was going to say about Ethan Klein and all that. Okay, the one thing that I admire about Shane and people are, you know, people come for you if you talk about positively about Shane or Jeffree.
Oh, yeah, you can't win. You can't win.
It doesn't mean that we condone their past behaviors.
I love it.
It doesn't mean we condone their past behaviors.
Yeah, to
but,
piggyback off what she said, I may not agree, and I'm gonna speak for you on this one too.
Oh, yeah.
I know that we may not always agree with what Shane and Jeffree did in the past. Okay, but the person that I know today, the Shane, I like. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense?
Yeah.
Like, I don't agree with everything you've done in your past. Probably the same with me, girl.
Yeah,
but,
right?
Like, but the person that you know today, you're like, okay, I don't know that old person. I know this new person.
And you give them a chance in the here and now to prove that they're a good person. So, but you know what's the difference I see between Shane and Jeffree? And we're just going to put up these, you know, people. Shane, Jeffree. If you look at Shane, Jeffree, Trisha, James Charles.
Oh, my God.
And H3H3. What do the others have in common that Shane and Jeffree don't have in common with them? I'm going to tell you what it is.
Okay.
So what it is Shane and Jeffree stayed true to their brand. Like, Jeffree, you know, actually, he tried to not be as, you know, crazy or whatever, so he kind of stepped back a couple of notches.
For like 2 years.
But yeah, but he was still, you know, he's still Jeffree, right? He and Shane is still the same Shane, but he's, you know, working on himself and everything too, and not being, you know, controversial, whatever. He's trying. Okay. But they did not give in the way that H3, Trisha, and James Charles have to the haters. They call haters. They didn't give in because H3, what I feel like, is he's piggybacking off of Trisha Paytas' ideas of the hate views. Because you know that that's all that she gets right now. Hate watching. And I think that all three of those individuals, Trisha, James, H3, they all use the negative things that the fans are saying, and they use it to provoke, you know, to get a rise out of them, so that way they get more views, more hate views. Yeah. And I guess they're okay with being villains, you know? It's crazy to me, but I guess there's, you know.
Yeah, the thing about a villain is people love a villain.
They
like,
do.
Think about like the Joker, Ursula, the Scarecrow, the Goblin, like any of these villains that you know about, Disney villains, Marvel villains, people love a villain. And they love the villain because the villains are always more interesting. Okay? It's like, why are they so bad? But one thing these villains have is that they can show the audience that there's one inkling of redeemable quality about them. If a villain can show an inkling, a little bit of redeemable quality, then the audience tends to root for the villain. And I think with Trisha, her pregnancy is a redeemable quality.
That's what I was going to say, so that's why Trisha got pregnant, to redeem herself.
He does apologize when he really crosses the line sometimes. And I think, and so does Jeffree and Shane, they do make their statements. And I think that if you paint them as villains, they do have redeemable qualities. Now, some more than others.
Oh.
Some more than others. Yeah. But yeah, that's interesting about the villain situation.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about, I had a hot topic. What do you think about what happened with Shane? This is your opinion. I want to know your opinion.
Okay.
What do you know, or what do you think happened? Let me see. Hold on. Where are we at in this video, girl? 38 minutes. Okay.
Should we do it for the next video?
No. This is going to be a juicy one.
Okay.
What do you think happened with Shane Dawson and his friends? Andrew and Garrett. Okay, here we go.
See,
here we go.
Now that's some tea because we're gonna get into it right now.
Why do you think that friendship fell apart?
Okay, this is what I think.
No one has spoken on it.
Really?
No. Garrett never said anything. Neither did Andrew.
That's true. They just started their own podcast,
and their last podcast was a year ago.
So they haven't even been doing it.
The Sweet Boys.
Yeah.
A year ago, and they said they were coming back, and they never came back.
See, I didn't even know about that.
I just don't understand how they could just walk away from all those subscribers and, and their community.
Okay, I always had a little theory about that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you mine, and then you tell me if you got one, and you tell me yours. So my theory was...
Grab a snack, come on back.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
So my theory is that when all of that tea was going on, if you look, Jeffree and Garrett were real flirty, girl. Remember?
And Nathan was around too.
Yes, but they would have them threesomes, the little threesomes and all that.
Oh,
so I think I'm serious.
Oh my God.
I've always thought, I'm serious because he would be acting real schmexual with Garrett up in there. And so I was like, girl, and we all know what Jeffree wants, he gets. Ooh. And so I think that he had a little flingity-doo with him and Nathan, with Garrett, and then I think things got a little bit weird. That's what I think. That's what I think.
So why would the relationship deteriorate with Shane Dawson?
Okay, because, and I was going to get into that. Okay. Because they got to see everything behind the scenes too. And, okay, no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. But they say, like Jeffree has even said himself, he has a little threesome, no strings attached. You're like, I'm done with you, right? Basically dismissed, right? Okay. I don't think that he liked that treatment, Garrett. He's too emotional. He puts his heart into things. I think he got his feelings hurt. And then I don't think that Jeffree would hold, because no tea, but Jeffree is very much a diva. And he knows that Shane had like about, what, did he have a bigger audience than him at the time?
I don't know.
Something like that. Well, Shane was as much of a internet royalty as he was at the time. And so he would put him up here, and I don't think that he treated Morgan and them the same. I mean, he helped Morgan out, but through, when Shane talked to him or whatever, but Shane had to go talk to him to get the help. So I don't think that he treated, like he looked at Shane very much as a business partner, and the other people like, well, girl, time is money. If we ain't doing business, then what am I doing talking to you? Like, ain't nobody got time for that, right? Like like we said, what was it? Boss guru or business guru, very business guru. So I think that it was very much that. And then it was like, y'all are wasting my time if we ain't working on making money. And they didn't like that. And one of them probably said something. Maybe it was Andrew. Or maybe it was somebody who was like, hey, Shane, like, ever since you've been hanging out with Jeffree, and you don't say nothing, you let it slide. Like, things weren't like that before. It was always cool, Yeah. And I think that it caused a little bit of friction. And then, it was kind of like, well, if you're going to be friends with him, then you be friends with him. And then
so that's
we're
your
not.
Theory.
That's my theory.
Okay, my theory would be, this is a hard one, girl. I don't know. I think that, I don't know any inside tea. This is so interesting, and I made several videos about this before. So, here we go. I think that it was Shane, Garrett, and Andrew. Mm-hmm. And Andrew was the cameraman, and Garrett was like his friend. Mm-hmm. And it was like they would shoot videos together. Best friend, they would shoot videos together. And then Jeffree came in the mix and started just hanging around Shane a lot more. And then they kind of felt like, I don't know if it's jealousy. I think that the word jealousy gets thrown out so easy. I don't think that's the word. I think it's like you're our friend for X amount of years, 5 years, let's say, and then this new guy comes and you just whisk away. Like, he just sweeps you off your feet. And like, we're your original OG
Your ride
friends.
or dies.
We're your ride or dies. And not to say that Jeffree isn't for Shane, but what I'm trying to say is like, they kind of felt pushed to the side. I think that they felt, and I think that the audience is easy to say, well, Andrew and Garrett distanced themselves away from Shane because of the drama. I don't think that's what it is.
No,
I don't think that either. I think that they were going to be friends with him. I think it was Jeffree Star drove a wedge between the friendship. There's no proof. There's nothing out there. But that happens when a friendship is not strong enough to sustain like a bigger, what's the word? Like a bigger ego in the room, or like a bigger personality. Because Jeffree Star, you know, pulls in a Rolls Royce, and there's a video where he gives Shane Dawson $10,000 worth of Gucci.
That's true.
And then he shot that documentary with him, and I think that it's easy to like get starstruck.
So you think Shane got starstruck and he got blinded by Jeffree's light and then just left his friends in the dust?
Especially when Jeffree's like, I'm your friend, I feel for you, you know, we can make some good money together.
See, okay, I kind of agree, but
like,
I kind of disagree.
From a business standpoint,
yeah,
we can make some good
I
money.
kind of agree, but I kind of disagree. Because Shane, yes, I could...
And they could have all been...
Yeah, I think he tried that.
They all could have coexisted.
Yeah.
But I feel it was Andrew and Garrett that just couldn't take Jeffree Star being there. Jeffree Star didn't do anything wrong, he didn't do anything shady.
Yeah.
He was just there, and his presence is just so, like...
Huge.
It's so huge.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
can't ignore it.
You can't ignore it, you know?
Well, okay, so I kind of agree.
Unless you choose to ignore it and just dissing yourself, which is what Andrew and Garrett did.
Well, I think that
that's my opinion.
His opinion, not my opinion.
Yeah.
I kind of agree. I think that Shane did want a good, you know, it was like a good, okay, this going to be a good collab.
Shane wants everybody to get along.
Yeah, but not only that, but I think that also, of course, he wanted some coin. Like,
I think Shane wanted everybody to get along. I think Jeffree was cool with everybody getting along, as long as we're making money in his business. And I think that it became too much of maybe, like, the other guys were like, this is too much for me. I don't know. Well, especially because Jeffree Star's controversial. So even just them associating, they're like,
I think that put some heat under them for sure. But I think that, of course, Shane did want better, because we all saw when he cried and broke down when he realized that he had been basically getting screwed on all of these deals, and so many other YouTubers made way more money than what he did. He deserved it after being, he's basically like the father of YouTube, basically, right? Because he's been on there for so long. And so I think that, yes, of course, he did want that. I mean, who wouldn't want that, you know? And then I think that he did try to make it work, because like you said, he wants everybody to get along. But of course, you have different dynamics. You got money, you got power, you got money and greed, like we always say. And so I think that all of that, it was just like, you know, the perfect equation. Like, to make like different like situations harder. You know, Shane was probably trying to talk, no, be nice to them, whatever. They didn't want to listen. Probably same thing with Jeffree and Trisha. Because remember, they started falling out before she went for the juggler with Shane. Trisha was having it out with Jeffree, remember? And the hair dude. So I think that it was just all of that, and it was just the perfect disaster. You know that there was talks behind the scenes. So you know Garrett must have called Andrew, must have called, you know, Morgan must have called Trisha. And they must have all been like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't like when Jeffree's over here, there hugging up Shane's time. I think it was very much
like,
that.
I want Shane for myself.
Like, we used to always have dinner with Shane, and we used to do this, and now he's just with Jeffree. Yeah,
I can see that. But that's all speculation.
Yeah.
Another thing, I want to switch gears here. Let's talk about the future of Shane Dawson.
Ooh,
where's he gonna go now? He's doing the podcast, which I love Ryland. I'm not saying anything negative, but I just don't understand why Ryland is in the Shane podcast and then Ryland has the SIP podcast. Like, that's two podcasts. Like, he's overworked, and then he has his vlogs. Just that Ryland has the SIP.
Yeah.
Ryland
and the vlogs.
is on the vlogs. Ryland is on the Shane Dawson podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, he's booked.
Yeah.
I just don't think that he's needed on the Shane Dawson podcast, because he has his own podcast.
But it's the dynamic.
You think so?
Yeah, because if you look at it, okay, so there's been some very interesting tea. Have you been watching all of them? Okay, and there's a little bit of schmexual tension.
Okay, yeah, we made a whole video about that.
Okay.
Watch that one, guys.
Okay, and Ryland looks like if he gets bothered.
I labeled it Shane Dawson cheats on Ryland.
I saw that one, and I still need to watch it.
Basically, we talked about that.
Okay, so I think, and then not only that, but like, Ryland tends to like, Shane and his brother are very much on the same page.
But then Ryland, like they kind of bicker a little bit with Shane, like they kind of argue a little bit. Like, it's kind of awkward, but it's fun at the same time.
I like it because it feels like it's real. Yeah, it feels like it's real.
But I just feel like the future of Shane Dawson, what do you think that he will go back to his regular content, which was like conspiracies and doing these videos and maybe traveling around?
I think it's a weird time for YouTube. I don't know
Oh
if
my
it's just
God,
me,
yeah.
but I feel like it's a weird time for YouTube. Like the algorithm is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are just not into what, like times have changed already. Like
Yeah.
there's a whole rotation. Like the beauty community, not different. You know, I feel like, you know, the haunted community isn't different anymore. The conspiracy community isn't different. I
The
feel like
drama community.
Yeah,
And
like
not
so
only
much
that,
is
but not only
changing.
that, there are so many people who were in the community that are no longer here in the community.
That's true.
They either moved on, or
Change
they
up their content.
changed up their content, or they're no longer with us. They just
Yeah.
they left.
Yep.
They're like, okay, it's like they did it and then they're gone.
Yeah.
Again,
like
like-
where's Sanders Kennedy? Where'd he go?
Stuff
He
like
done
that.
disappeared. So, you know, or Karina Kaboom, now all she does is Amberlynn Reed videos. So,
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. So let me know what you think about that drama in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about this video, and thank you for Van Luke for inviting me over and hanging out.
You're
And if you
welcome.
want to check out her content, I'll put her links down below. And yeah, so thank you.
it's my pleasure and honor.
Bye.